What's up, Falcon fans? On today's episode, can we see the Atlanta Falcons top the NFC South Division top the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday night primetime game? If you guys like this type of content, hit that like button. If you guys hate this type of content, hit that dislike button or hurt your boy's feelings. Well, maybe it's a little bit, but if you want to do a huge favor for your boy by hitting that subscribe button, it will help out the empire grow. So on that note, let's just dive into the video and let's start out with the Atlanta Falcons. Every Atlanta Falcon fans knew that this was going to be a very tough start to the Atlanta Falcons season when it comes to the offense side of the ball, because we just picked up a brand new quarterback in the free agency market with the Minnesota Vikings' Kirk Cousins at the helm, where previously in Week 8 against the Green Bay Packers, he had a suffering torn ACL injury, where he has to rehab everything, and of course he has to gel with the new offensive side of the ball with the Atlanta Falcons weapons. So we all know it wasn't going to be 100% healthy coming into this, and it showed because we ranked number 17 in total passing yards with 864. That being said, we are 2-2 right now instead of 0-4, and we could easily be in that situation, but we're not. I'm surprised that Darnell Mooney definitely exceed my expectations so far in this season, with 15 receptions for 225 total receiving yards, 1 touchdown, 6 big plays, over 20 plus yardage, and of course I can't forget about the other weapons that the Atlanta Falcons have at their disposal, and Drake London, Ray McLeod, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Tyler Algier, Charlie Warner. They are all very capable in moving the chains and making big play mobility for Kirk Cousins down the field, any situation that is given. And let's not forget, our offensive line really hasn't fell off the map quite just yet. We ranked number 22 in total rushing yards with 411. The Falcons ranked number 6 in not giving up the most quarterback sacks so far in this season with 6. We have some positive things we could build on for the future, especially in this game. But of course, let's talk about a little bit about the disappointing factors so far for this offense. The Falcons have been terrible on third down conversions. I'm pretty sure that we ranked dead last in trying to get third down conversions, moving the chains. We have not been scoring 30 plus points like I thought we could have, because we have the weapons to do so. And what I think is really hurting this Atlanta Falcons offense right off the bat is that we're playing in a wide zone play style where Kirk Cousins, his bread and butter is bootleg and play actions, where the majority of the time when he was with the Washington Commanders and with the Minnesota Vikings, that's what he was been doing and lighting up the scoreboard. But unfortunately for us right now, it's just not working out. Maybe because we're in some formations that probably doesn't work out, because we're in 11 personnel set, 3 wide receivers wide, 1 tight end, and 1 running back in the backfield. What do I know? I'm just some Falcon fan, on YouTube. That being said, we only have 5 total touchdowns so far, 4 passing and 1 rushing. That definitely has to change, no doubt about it. So now let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. We are a solid team right now. We're not in the top 5 tier, but we're not in the top bottom tier when it comes to the defense side of the ball. We rank number 12 in not giving up the most passing yards with 795. We rank number 5 in not giving up the most passing receiving yards in the air with 3. We rank number 7 in giving up with 582 rushing yards. We rank dead last in sacks. And the crazy thing is that the Atlanta Falcons are ranked in the top 5 when it comes to blitzing concepts. But we don't hit the quarterback down. It's either we get a lot of quarterback hits or a lot of quarterback hurries, but at the end of the day, you gotta sack the quarterback down. And it's so disappointing because we have the talent, especially with our front 4, our linebacking core, our secondary as well. And I feel like we're not being aggressive enough, because this defense is really good, but unfortunately, because the offense gets shut down 3 and out, and can't convert on those third down conversions to move the chains, this defense has to play a lot more than the offensive side of the ball. And eventually that does tire the defensive side of the ball a lot, where we could easily won against the Pittsburgh Steelers in week 1, and of course against the Kansas City Chiefs in week 3. So now let's talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are on fire. Besides the week 3 against the Denver Broncos, where they lost 26-7, those 3 other games against the Washington Commanders, Detroit Lions, and the Philadelphia Eagles, they have really shined. They ranked number 6 in total passing yards with 984. They ranked number 2 in total passing touchdowns with 8. They ranked number 25 in the run game with 384. The Buccaneers quarterback situation is really good with Baker Mayfield right now. He's on fire. He is throwing the ball with quickness and accuracy. He has 70% completion rate right now. He also has 10 total touchdowns, 8 in the air and 2 on the ground. And of course, so far in the past 4 games, he has at least scored 1 or more touchdowns in the air. We Falcon fans already know that the Buccaneers have 2 dynamic dual wide receivers in Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, and they're balling out like usual, and they usually hurt the Atlanta Falcons secondary a lot, especially Mike Evans. Of course, the running backs, tight ends, and other wide receivers can also put hurt if we don't pay attention to them either, because Baker Mayfield is sharing the ball this season and he's doing it well. But the number one negative thing that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will probably have to work on is that they rank number 5 in giving up 15 sacks this season so far. Todd Bowles, the head coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is known for his heavy blitz concepts that will confuse any quarterback in first, second, or third down, doesn't matter if they're mobile or not. They're also pretty good in turning the ball over. They have 2 interceptions right now, and they have 5 forced fumbles. And of course, they have 20 pass deflections, and mostly that's in the secondary. And the scary, crazy thing about this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive side of the ball is they only gave up 1 passing touchdown in the air. That ranks number 1 in the league. And that was last week against the Philadelphia Eagles to Jalen Hurts, where he passed it to Paris Campbell. So obviously the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense do have to clean up on some stuff, like they rank number 14 in giving up on the passing yards with 882. They rank number 11 in giving up on 526 rushing yards. They rank number 23 in sacks so far with 8. So what is the final verdict for today's video? I think the Atlanta Falcons will inch out a win, 23-17. Now, a lot of this have to do with the injury problem. As it stands right now, there are 6 Tampa Bay players will be out for this game. Players like Antonio Winfield Jr., the superstar safety, and Luke Genke, the right tackle. And then, of course, you got Trey Palmer, the wide receiver, Jalen McMill, the wide receiver as well. And then, of course, Kancey, the defensive tackle. And let's not forget that Graham Barden, the center rookie for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, has been questionable. And, of course, Mike Evans was questionable as well. So it looks like right now he's going to be playing this game, but he probably won't be 100% healthy. So when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons side of the ball, only Troy Anderson, the linebacker, will be out. So on that note, if you guys lasted this long to the very end of the episode, thank you so much for taking your own personal time and day to watch these Falcon content videos. I love making videos for you guys. So what do Falcons do? Rise up. Until the next episode, show love and peace to the world, and peace.